May I come in, sir?
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Paramita Malakar.
Yes, sir.
Please introduce yourself to the panel.
Sir. Sir, my name is Paramita Malakar. I come from Kolkata, the city of joy. So, after completing my graduation, I have had a exposure of about 7 years in an IT industry, in Tata consultancy services. After that, sir, I shifted to State Bank of India, and then I moved on to work with state government of West Bengal. And currently, sir, I'm under probation as an IRS Customs and Indirect Tax officer, sir.
Do you want to appear then again, Paramita?
So, while I was preparing, I was always having the idea of being an IAS officer in mind. And also, sir, while I was working in as an SDICO, I had a chance to work very closely with district magistrates and SDMs, which gave me a more a detailed view of how the administration works, and I have always wanted to go there. So that is why, sir.
Okay. Tell me a few differences between IRS and IAS in work profile.
Yes, sir. So, in IRS, customs where I am, so we will mostly be posted, we can be posted in any one of the three parts, that is either in custom settlements or in GST or in NDPS sectors. So, in these three cases, we will be dealing with very specific segments of people. But in IAS, we can deal with people who are from diverse backgrounds and normal people who have very normal needs. So that is one thing that I find very interesting, sir. And also, sir, the second point would be that we are dealing in the developmental aspects in IAS. So that is also something that interests me a lot.
But you will need money for development.
Yes,
that will come from the revenue service.
Definitely, sir.
So if everyone is going for IAS only, we will not be left with people in revenue service then. What do you think about that?
Sir, definitely not everybody. Revenue is definitely the most important. I mean, it is very important for us, but it is my personal inclination towards the developmental works and getting to know a diverse range of people that is making me write it again, sir.
As an IRS also, you have a lot of opportunities when you are serving,
yes,
serving
sir.
the nation. You
Yes,
always
sir.
have the freedom to go ahead and do something which is directly impacting people.
Yes,
So
sir.
do you really feel that the job profile in IRS is very limited, or it's anything, something more in IAS which is inspiring you? I would like to know that part where you, feel more connected with IAS, which you are not right now connecting with maybe the current service.
Yes, sir. So it is not that IRS is giving me a limited scope. In fact, IRS Customs has one of the most diverse scopes that the services have to offer. But sir, IAS, it is not limited, but IAS is more diverse. That is how I would like to put it, sir.
Okay. You come from Bengal?
Yes, sir.
Kolkata?
Yes, sir.
Tell me recently, what three things Kolkata, has experienced which can justify we calling it a city of joy?
So, one point I can say that last year we started the first underwater metro of the country. So that could be one reason for the city of joy. Secondly, sir, we can say that in spite of the very unfortunate incident that happened, Kolkata is generally ranked as one of the safest cities for women. So that is another reason. And so currently the Bengal Global Business Summit is going on in Kolkata. So that is where we are trying to attract investments from across the country and worldwide. So that could be another reason of calling it a city of joy.
What is happening? What's the major problem that we are seeing summits happening, but it's only remaining on papers and it's not bringing investment in real manner? Why is Bengal not growing industrially, despite having so many summits and big corporates coming to the city?
So there can be multiple reasons. For example, I could say that I mean, after partition only, and then we had a period of Naxal movement, and then we had a very long period of leftist government, which had I mean, perception of being worker friendly and business avert. So that could be one reason of business hesitancy and I mean, businesses coming in. And so investment perception, it takes a long time to grow. So we need the Singur incident that had happened, that also had a not so good impact as of Bengal. So all this, so we are trying to overcome all this, and that is why we are trying to have this business summits every year, so that slowly and steadily we can grow the confidence in people's mind, and slowly we can get more investments up.
As a woman yourself, what do you think about the Arjikar incident? Bengal is a land of heritage, civilization. It gave us freedom. How you see this whole incident, and do you think that it is politicized?
So the Arjikar incident was an extremely unfortunate incident, that, and also the events that happened afterwards. For example, the FIR was not filed until 2 days, which was and there were allegations from of ravaging the place of incident. So these things were definitely not something that we could have expected from a city like Kolkata, and I also feel that it was being politicized to a certain extent. But sir, we need to also understand, appreciate the fact how the whole city, in fact the whole, I mean, if not the whole country also was in support, but how the whole city, I mean, the doctors and the people, they brought the system to a standstill, and they kept repeating their demands until they were met to a certain extent. So that again shows the spirit of Kolkata that it had. So the incident in itself was very unfortunate, definitely, but it again brought back the memories of how spirited the people in Kolkata are.
Okay. Okay. So you are into revenue service.
Yes,
Let us talk a little bit about finance.
Yes, sir.
What do you take out from the survey and budget this year?
Yes, sir.
As a revenue officer?
So the most important thing about budget, I would say that I mean, the tax cut for middle class, which was very important, and the middle class was looking for it for a very long time. We had seen the growth, the GDP growth slow down in the last financial year. So the tax cut along with the current repo rate cut by the Monetary Policy Committee recently, both of them together might help in bringing up consumption, and that could help the economy, sir.
Okay.
So that is one thing, sir. So the other important things that that the budget has focused on this year is AI. So we all know how fastly AI is coming in, and we all need to focus on developing AI. So that is also another part. AI for health and AI for education is being taken care of, and also the capital expenditure and defense expenditure has been increased. So that is also another very important part of budget this year, sir.
How much is the government collecting in terms of GST in last 2-3 years?
Yes, sir. Last year, sir, it was 18.19 lakh crore.
18.19 lakh crore.
Yes, sir.
And where we stand in terms of income tax and corporate tax?
So the GST is 18% of the total government revenue, and income tax is 22%.
You mean to say income tax is more than the GST collection?
Yes, sir. Income tax is more than the
The personal income tax?
Yes, sir.
It is more than the total GST which is coming from for the government?
Yes, sir. It is 22% of the revenue, and GST is 18%, sir.
18%?
Yes, sir.
And what about corporate tax?
So corporate tax as far as I remember, is about 4%.
Okay. So how do you see it? I mean, we say that people are unemployed and there is a major problem of poverty and inequality, but we see 22% of the total revenue coming from individual taxpayers.
Yes, sir.
and the total GST is lesser than that. So where is the government missing out in terms of taxation reforms?
So, the main point of taxation is not about, I mean, it is about bringing more people into the tax base, which is not, I mean, currently only 2% of Indian people pay income tax, so which is very less. So, I think government is trying to bring out a new income tax law also, wherein we will probably try to bring in more people into the tax base instead of thinking about charging the limited number of people that are paying taxes, making them
But
pay
we
more.
are cutting down the tax slabs. How are we going to bring more people then?
So, in many cases, cutting down the tax slabs increases the compliance. If I mean, they will people may think that we are having to pay a little, so why not? I mean, we would not go for tax evasion, and we will only pay. I mean, we will pay what is due. So that can increase compliance and the tax behavior, I believe.
Okay, tell me just one last question, that three or two most important reforms you will be bringing if you are actually made the finance minister, not the, you are no longer a civil servant in the IRS, but you become the finance minister of India. What immediate reforms you will bring, considering the national and global challenges, economic challenges we are having?
So, I think India is currently going in the right way only. I would try to focus more on the Made in India part, where I will try to focus more on the Made in India part, and also the PLI 2.0 scheme. I will focus on that as well. And sir, as per tax reforms, I would, as I just said, I will try to devise a tax policy in which we can include more number of people into the tax base.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Paramita. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so you are from West Bengal.
Yes, sir.
What are the recent problems faced by the state of West Bengal?
So, one of the problems that we just discussed that shook the country was definitely the Arjikar incident. So, we are also at times there are news there is news about the differences between the governor and the state government, and at times there are also news of pole violence that are there. So, these are few of the problems I can remember.
Okay, so you highlighted that there are differences between governor and the state government.
Yes, sir.
How these differences can be resolved?
So, I think whenever there will be two different parties in the state government and the central government, political differences will always be there. The main thing that we need to take care of is that people have the respect for the boundaries of the other party, and do not indulge in taking names and saying bad things about each other in the public. And just keep the respect of the other person. And also, sir, there have been multiple recommendations by the Sarkariya Commission and other second ARC and different commissions. So we can also, those can also be taken into account, and we can think about them also. But the most important thing is again, I would say, the respect for each other's boundaries and bringing up their dignity in front of the eyes of the people.
Okay, do you think that your chief minister is a bit arrogant?
Sir, I would not say arrogant. I would not agree with the point of arrogance, sir. At times, political leaders need to be strong in making their opinion. So I think that can, I mean, we can say that about her. She is very opinionated, but I would not say the word arrogance, sir.
Why does he always have differences with the union government?
So I believe it is part of the political environment of the country that I mean, both the central government and state government are being run by mostly one person. So I mean, I mean, for the show, for the optics, it is important that people, I mean, the state government shows that we are doing more, and the central government shows we are doing more. So
Okay,
I think it's part of that, sir.
What is your views about one nation, one election?
So So one nation, one election is the bill has been referred to the standing committee in Parliament. There are multiple positive and negatives of the of one nation, one election, sir. Firstly, we need to understand that one nation, one election is not a very new concept in India. We have had it after independence for quite some time. This is and the positives that we are thinking about it is that it will it will reduce the spending of government and the policy winter that comes in when there is election. So all the bureaucracies in all the bureaucracy and government machinery becomes involved in the elections. So that thing can be reduced. But also, sir, on the other hand, we need to see that the state issues must not be overshadowed by the central. So I think we need more deliberation and consultation with all the stakeholders before we come to a firm decision. And also, sir, we can instead of bringing a whole one nation and one election of all states, we can do it in parts. Say, for example, in four segments or three segments, where 3 or 4 states go into election with the center, and for a period of 10-15 years, we can see how it works out, and then the final decision of the whole nation can be taken. So,
okay, tell me one role model, a women role model,
yes,
which
sir.
you have.
Sir, I would say, sir, Madam Anu Kumari, who was rank 2 in UPSC Civil Services 2017. She is currently a Kerala cadre IAS officer. She was my role model when I started preparing for this exam, sir, and she still is.
What is the reason?
So for her sheer determination, when she started preparing for the exam, she was 30 years old almost. She had a son of 2.5 years and she had only 2 attempts left. In spite of that, she just had that faith in her that I can give it a try and I can make it. And she took such a strong decision of keeping her son away from her for a while, and she continued her studies, and she finally achieved what she wanted to achieve. I found that to be very inspiring, sir.
Do you find yourself under such circumstances only? Under similar circumstances?
Sir, I am a married woman, so definitely some of the problems that she had to face, I also had to face. But and also I was working while I was preparing all through. So yes, I found myself in similar circumstances, and I always push myself every time I thought that it is being very hard for me. I used to think of her and think, if she could do it, why cannot I? So yes, she has been a source of inspiration, sir.
Okay, Paramita, so you are a married woman.
Yes, sir.
Recently, we are seeing that there is an increasing trend of alimony culture.
Yes, sir.
As a woman, what is your view on this alimony culture?
So the reason of alimony, why it started, because previously the women were mostly dependent on their spouses for their financial needs, and that is why asking for alimony while divorces it started. But sir, these days we are increasingly going towards a society where women are earning for themselves, and I think in the alimony, while deciding for alimony, as it happens now also, it should be on case-to-case basis, and these things, that if the man is capable enough to pay a high alimony, and if the woman is capable enough to run her own expenses, all these things should be taken care of before deciding on alimony, and there should not be a blanket yes for whatever amount the woman asks during divorces. So it should be case to case basis and based on the capability of both partners, sir.
Okay, Paramita, you have worked in state of West Bengal.
Yes, sir.
So, do you think that the Bengal state is facing the problem of illegal immigrants?
Yes, sir. The Bengal, it has always been a problem in West Bengal in especially in the bordering districts. And currently, with the problems in with the happenings in Bangladesh, there is another. I mean, there is another flow of people from Bangladesh who are trying to cross over and come into India through states like Assam and West Bengal. So yes, that problem is there, sir.
I have heard that they are being issued voter ID card by the state government. Is it true?
So I am not aware of. I mean,
You are
if the voter
working in
cards.
the government, you should be aware of such things, I guess.
So I personally did not. Though I was working in a bordering district, I never encountered such applications. Or, I mean, such incidents. Or I did not hear of any such events where voter cards were being issued to Bangladeshi people from Bangladesh. Sir.
It is all around in media reports and all.
It is true, sir, but I do not know how much of it. I mean, it is there in media, that is true, but we do not know how much of it is correct or not. I mean, many a times what the media shows is not exactly what is happening on the grounds.
Okay, so suppose that you are going to clear this examination this time
Yes, sir.
and get your desired cadre, that is
Yes,
the
sir.
state of West Bengal,
Yes,
as
sir.
an IAS officer.
Yes, sir.
You come across such media news
Yes,
and
sir.
all. What will be the course of action followed by you to tackle the problem of illegal immigrants?
Yes, sir.
And if there is any chance of their formalization as voters?
So, I mean, at my level, as an SDM or as a district magistrate, taking care of the, handling the issue of illegal immigrants, that goes, we have to coordinate with the police and especially the BSF, so that the borders are tightened and illegal immigrations doesn't happen. As far as giving them voting rights and all this, it is the concern of the Home Ministry, sir, and whatever the decision will be taken by the central government, we will have to abide by that. It is not a state matter, so we cannot really go on and do it something at district level.
No, I am saying that if they are acquiring these rights by fraudulent methods, what will be your course of action?
Sir, we have to, that is a pure, law and order issue. We have to find that, we have to check that, we have to probably do surprise checks and everything and find out who are the people who are getting these illegal documents illegally, and there must be some syndicate which is doing that, a proper structure. So we have to try to bust the nexus that is there. So that issues can be sorted out.
Okay. So, are you aware of CSR initiative?
Yes, sir.
What is the criteria?
Sir, companies have to spend 2% of their last 3 years revenue, gross revenue as CSR, sir, corporate social responsibility.
Is there any minimum profit or turnover criteria for the companies?
Sir, there must be. I'm not. I'll have to take a look at it.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
So, do you think that CSR initiatives are really effective?
Sir, I think there are many companies who I can understand where this question is coming from, because there are many companies who spend some amount of their money, they show it as CSR, which is actually not CSR, and then there are some companies who spend a lot more than CSR actually requires them to be. Our matter of concern is with people who are spending the money, who are spending some money and showing it as CSR, but it is actually coming from some other sources. Sir, I think CSR is, it is better than nothing. It is definitely not a foolproof thing that, whatever companies are claiming, they are giving it all to the needy, but it is, had CSR not been there, it would have been worse. So in that way, I think CSR is a good step and good initiative, sir.
Okay. You have also worked in TCS.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Recently, Ratan Tata ji passed away.
Yes, sir.
Tell me 3 qualities that you would like to learn from.
Yes, sir. So, 3 most important qualities that I remember. The first one I remember, sir, from his actions during the COVID time. I remember I had just left the company during 2022 March, when the COVID struck. And sir, I remember my colleagues from other companies, other IT companies were very they were very frightened that they might lose their job. But TCS has had gone out, and they had announced this policy that there will be no layoffs. There were no increments for next 2 years, but there were no layoffs. And that's at that point of time was a very bold and important decision that helped many. That helped many families. So that is one quality of him, of thinking, taking everyone in stride and moving ahead. That thing, sir. Another thing I would like to talk about him, sir, is definitely his philanthropic activities that he had done. And also, sir, very recently I was reading a book by Shantanu Naidu, and how he connected with Ratan Tata ji over their love for stray dogs, and how they built a foundation to take care of the stray dogs. So that quality, industrialist of such big level, and he's thinking about the stray dogs. He's working with very new people, very new NGOs, and giving paying a heed to their ideas and listening to them. That also speaks a lot for the person, sir. That he could take everyone in stride, and he could listen to people who are much lower in the strata of hierarchy than himself.
Okay, so currently you are undergoing your training in the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What changes did you find in terms of culture of West Bengal and Andhra?
So since we are in a training academy which hosts people from multiple, almost every part of the country, there is no specific cultural differences that I could find between West Bengal and Andhra, because we are not really gelling with people from Andhra at a regular basis. But however, sir, industries that are, there are many new initiatives, and in the newspaper I keep reading about many new industrial developments that are happening in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So that is something that I miss seeing in my state when I am in Kolkata. So that is one difference that I could point.
You are an active member of cultural committee there.
Yes, sir.
So what are the initiatives taken by these training institutes?
Yes, sir.
For cultural assimilation among the officers?
So, for example, during I learned that in the foundation course also there are initiatives like India Day, where people dress in their cultural attires, and they come out and then they showcase their state's culture and their those details. So other people from other states can also know how these events are celebrated in different states. So that is there in during our training, sir. Last month only we also held a cultural event where we specifically try to make people from different parts of the country do something different. For example, me being a Bengali, I performed a Bhangra dance, and we had one South Indian person sing a song in Bengali. So we try to make them make them do different things from different areas, and so that they learn the language, they get to know a little bit about their cuisine, their culture. So this is a great way of having a cultural assimilation, I believe, sir.
Okay, Paramita, just last thing.
Yes, sir.
Can you recite a Bengali poem for us?
Yes, sir, sure. So it's a poem by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, and it's called Nirjhare Shopnobhangu, which literally translates to the shattering of the dreams of a waterfall. So it goes like this, sir. আজিয়ে প্রভাতে রবির কর কেমনে পশিল প্রাণের পর কেমনে পশিল গুহার আধারে প্রভাত পাখির গান না জানি কেন রে এতদিন পরে জাগিয়া উঠিল প্রাণ জাগিয়া উঠেছে প্রাণ ওরে উথলি উঠেছে বাড়ি ওরে প্রাণের বাসনা প্রাণের আবেগ রুধিয়া রাখিতে নারী থর থর করি কাঁপিছে ভূধর শিলা রাশি রাশি পড়িছে খসে ফুলিয়া ফেলিলো শনীল গরজি উঠিছে দারুণ রোষে shall I go on or this
Very
is
good, very good.
thank you sir.
Hello, Paramita.
Hello.
Paramita, I wanted to know, you just said that Bengal has investment inertia,
Yes sir.
right? But we have seen that investments are coming in Bengal. Bengal Business Summit is being organized.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to know why these investments are not being translated into action. What is the major factor that is stopping these investments into becoming actionable plans?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, firstly, I would like to say that investments of this quantum, they take a very long time to reflect. So, we do not have any, the Bengal Global Business Summit is going on for last 2-3 years. I think which is not a time long enough to actually find out if the investments have actually come or have they actually started working on ground or not. We do not have any clear data about that. And also to also understand that not all the investment promises that were made must have come. So the points that I earlier made, ma'am, I believe because there is a perception of the state being not so business friendly, and there are issues of land acquisition in here. There are issues of the ease of doing business scales. We are not doing very great in those matters. So those are few of the reasons that we can think of, ma'am.
Okay, let's say I'm an investor.
Yes, ma'am.
Convince me to invest in the state of West Bengal.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, currently the government is trying to bring out new policies wherein we are trying to go in. We are trying to open one-stop portals for investors, wherein all the required documentation and the multiple levels of the multiple levels of approvals that one had to go through earlier. It is coming under one single window, and it will. We are trying to do it in a limited amount of time. So we will try to, and also the land acquisition and everything. We are trying to work on that, ma'am. So I would request you to kindly come out of the perception that Bengal had in your mind and try to give it a fresh chance and see if we stand up to your asks, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also said that Bengal is safe for women.
Yes, ma'am.
Barring a few unfortunate incidents, I
Yes,
agree
ma'am.
to the fact that we have heard that Bengal is safe for women. What is it that makes Bengal safe? What are the things that are there in Bengal which we do not find in other cities like, let's say, Delhi? What is so different about Bengal?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think the fact that Bengali women, the society of Bengal as a culture, it allows and encourages its daughters to speak up, which is not there in many of the societies in many affluent states of the country. So we encourage them to speak up whenever something wrong happens to them. So when someone is trying to do something wrong with a woman, he knows that the woman will speak up and this will come to the light. So that may be one of the reasons why Bengal is being called is safe for women.
Any other reason that you can think of?
Ma'am, that is all. The law and order things are, I think that is there in all the states. So the societal point that I could think of was only this, ma'am.
Okay, don't you link it to the female divinities worship in Bengal?
Ma'am, that is there, but had it been so powerful a force, then whatever is happening, they are definitely, Bengal is not completely crime free for women. Had the female worship of female divinity, that force had been so strong, then we wouldn't have anything of this sort. So I do not really go by that argument, ma'am.
Okay. So you were also working as an information and cultural
Yes,
officer.
ma'am.
Can you please tell me the nature of duties performed by you?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, as information and cultural officer, we had to work in the information part. We had to be the bridge between the government and the public. So we had to deal with the media and whatever information the government wants to pass on to the public. We were part of that. And the cultural part, ma'am, we used to organize the fairs and festivals at state level and district level by the government of West Bengal. And also, ma'am, there was one scheme called Loko Prashar Prokolpo, where the folk artists are given monthly pensions, and they are also called in for multiple performances, so that they do not leave their art, and they continue their folk arts, ma'am. So those are mostly the main two things we used to do.
Okay. Okay, tell me the importance of culture for placing India as an important player in the global forum. What role does culture play?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, culture is, I mean, it is in what India is banking on while trying to put itself as the Vishwa Guru on the global stage. Because, ma'am, economically we are growing up very fast, but I mean, we cannot beat countries like China or US economically. Also, ma'am, industrially there are other countries who are far more ahead than us. It is only culture that India was the best in from its other counterparts like US, China and other South Asian counterparts also, if we take into account. And it is only culture. For example, ma'am, currently the Mahakumbh is going on. We have yoga. Yoga is something that India has given to the world. And Mahakumbh is, we can see people flowing in to Mahakumbh from multiple places, multiple countries. So this is something that India has to offer to the world. So that is why it is very important, because this is our strong point, this is our forte, and we should play on it and try to make it a strong part in our soft part. And yes, ma'am.
So Paramita, I was going through your hobbies. It's very literary.
Yes, ma'am.
It's all about books and readings. So it looks like you are always in your comfort zone. Even if I talk about your hobbies and I talk about your achievements, it's all about exams and magazines. So are you a risk-averse person who does not want to try something new? Like, do you like to stay in your comfort zone all the time?
Not really, ma'am. I am definitely not a risk-averse person, ma'am. If you see my career graph, ma'am, I had started the preparation for UPSC at the age of 28. When I was about to get married the next year, and it is the time when most people escape the cycle of UPSC. So I had a settled career. I decided to plunge into this exam. So definitely I am not a risk averse person, ma'am. And secondly, ma'am, if you see, very recently I have taken up the hobby of riding cycles. So it is not that I did not like to venture into other hobbies, but I did not get the chance all this while. And now that I am having that chance in my training academy, ma'am, I have taken up riding bicycles. I have also learned swimming in this period, ma'am. So I am trying to learn new things. I am trying to explore new ideas. It's only that I did not have the chance of doing this all this while, because I was doing many things. I was working, I was preparing and all that, ma'am.
Okay, and you also like reading Satyajit Ray's novel?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you like watching his movies?
Yes, ma'am, very much.
What kind of movies did he make? Do you know about parallel cinema?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please elaborate on that?
Ma'am, parallel cinema is a type of filmmaking wherein they are basically very low budget, and they try to leave the audience with a different kind of message. I mean, the message will not be very direct as it is there in the commercial cinemas. It will be and it will be open to interpretation. So many people can interpret in different ways. And Satyajit Ray is known to have put the Indian parallel cinema making in the world forum, ma'am. His most three important, the Oppu trilogy, which are three films based on 3 generations of a family. So that is one of, his most acclaimed works, ma'am.
Also, you're appearing again.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are undergoing training.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you think your academy is wasting resources on you? Because if you get selected, you will leave the training midway and you will again go for your foundation course.
Yes,
so it is a wastage of resources, as far as I feel.
Ma'am, it is a known policy of the government, and the government is only allowing us to appearing into the exam. And also, ma'am, I will not be, during my training, I will not be appear for the next cycle, which is the 2025 cycle, so that for the same reason that you said, so that we do not waste the resources that are being invested on us. So ma'am, for me, I have only enjoyed the training for 2 months till now. I did not attend the foundation course, so the government did not have to spend for me that time while I was writing my exam. And now also I am trying to give my best, whatever I can.
But still, there will be 5-6 months of training.
True,
right?
ma'am.
And that includes a lot of resources.
True,
Don't
ma'am.
you think the government should stop this? That once you are in service, you should accept the service, in whichever service you are.
Ma'am, it is not, I would not think it is a completely futile expenditure on us, because whatever things we are learning in this service also, that will be very helpful for us in even if we go into other services. So we are the most important thing that we are learning here is we are getting to meet new people. We are getting to know their how things work in other parts of the country. So that is something that will be very helpful in any of the services we go. We are learning the laws here, ma'am, which will again be helpful. So whatever we are learning, it is not they are not siloized, and it is not only for IAS. Even if I go into IAS, it will be helpful for me. So I do not believe it to be a complete waste, ma'am. However, if the government decides that once you get a service, you should stick to it, definitely everyone would have to abide by that, ma'am.
Okay. My last question to you,
Yes, ma'am.
Paramita. Can you tell me a few changes that is required in the current GST regime, if at all?
Ma'am, I can only think of two changes, ma'am. The first thing I would say that the GST, it was supposed to be a good, when it was pitched, it was supposed to be a good and simple tax, and it is it is in a nascent stage, but there are multiple controversies about the multiple tax slabs that are there. I do not vouch for a one single rate of tax slab, because definitely there while GST was forming, we have learned this during our training, ma'am, that while GST was forming, there was a consensus that whatever comes in the Garib ki thali should not be taxed. So definitely we need a tax slab, so that whatever comes in the poor people's thali, it should not be taxed, and there should be a high amount of tax, 28%, that are there for the sin goods. The whatever is there in the midway, ma'am, for example, there is 12% and there is 18%. So yes, we can think of bringing it to 15%, which will increase the tax, which will decrease the compliance burden on the companies as well. So yes, ma'am, simplifying the taxes in the mid ranges is something that I think can be improved. But also, ma'am, I would like to say the second point that I was about to say is that it's a 7 years, ma'am, is a very short period of time for a tax to take a proper shape. So we are only in the making of GST now, and these things are being deliberated, and I think we very soon come up with a tax that is actually very good and very simple, ma'am. It is good already, but it needs to be simplified more.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, Paramita.
Hello,
So
sir.
you belong to North 24 Parganas.
Yes, sir.
So you can see that in your district, basically, there is a unique mix of urbanization and rural development challenges.
Yes, sir.
So how do you view balance between growth and sustainability in your district?
So as you correctly pointed out, there is a mix of urban and rural scenarios, and it is actually sir, the balance between sustainability and
Growth.
growth, sir. So I think it is sir, can you
There are-
be more precise and
There is a unique mix of urbanization and
Yes, sir.
rural challenges.
yes, sir.
So how do you view the balance between the two in your district? So should we go for urbanization or for development?
So it is not for the government to decide if we should go for urbanization or not. It is part of the human geography, how it comes out. How the pull and push factors work out, and if people are willing to move from their rural setup to the urban setup or not. The government's duty is only to felicitate if there is, if there are pull factors, and for the urban scenario, we need to make sure that there are enough affordable housing options and transport options, conveyance and all that. So the movement from rural to urban will take place in its own course as per the demand. We will, as government, we need to only make sure, facilitate and make sure that things are in place, sir.
So, okay, Paramita. So, Bengali culture is deeply rooted in literature and arts.
Yes, sir.
So, how can we utilize this in our soft power at global level?
Yes, sir. So, movies are definitely one of the very important things. We just talked about how Satyajit Ray had put Indian cinema into the world forum, sir. So, definitely movies are very important of sort of a soft power that is there. Also, our people, the people to people ties that we have with different countries, that is also very important in our soft power. So, these are the things, sir. And the songs. The literature.
So you mentioned about Satyajit Ray, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you are given an option to choose one movie of Satyajit Ray to basically explain the governance challenges in India, so which movie will you choose and why?
Yes, sir. Sir, I would like to take the first movie of the Oppo trilogy, which is the Pather Panchali. So, in that movie, we see that the final, towards the end of the story, the character of Durga, she dies out of a fever of 3 days without having any proper medication. So, that definitely is a governance challenge, sir. There should have, if we view it in today's scenario, there should have been telemedicine and other things, and there should have been village level primary health care that should have taken care of her. So, that health challenge was definitely there, and also there were not the environment on the school, the Pathshala that Upu was going, it was not very inclusive. So, there were discriminations against him for being someone from a not so well-to-do family. So, model schools probably was again something that could have been done if governance was proper there. So, those things, sir.
So suppose you are made the head of India's digital taxation task force.
Sorry, sir?
Suppose you are made the head of India's digital taxation task force.
Yes, sir.
So what will be your first 3 priorities?
Regarding digital tax,
Yes.
sir? So, firstly, as many countries are doing, I would like to, the taxation on the big companies, for example, the Google, Amazon, companies like this, they have a huge base in India, and there are charges of tax avoidance on them. So, we would like to make it in a way that the companies also, it is not frightening for the companies. We do not shoo them away from the market also, but also we get the amount of tax that they are due. That is one thing, sir, that I would like to ensure. And also, sir, I would like to, tax litigation is something in India that takes a very long time. So, I would like to work on the tax litigation part and try to set up some fast track courts maybe, so that the tax litigation takes less time, which also will improve the ease of doing business and digital access, sir.
So can you suggest some policies that can be implemented to bring informal workers into the digital tax force?
So there needs to be. Sir, you are asking about already existing
Those
policies?
are informal sectors. So bringing them under tax regime.
Sir, we need to, for the people in informal sector,
Yes.
we need to give them, there needs to be proper learning certification. Whatever existing learning is there, we need to certify that, and there needs to be upgradation of that skill development should be there, and there should be industry and skill development cooperation match, so that whatever is needed in the industry currently, the workers in informal sector are trained in those skills, and so that they can be employed in those particular sectors, sir.
So you did your BSc in physics honor.
Yes, sir.
So how can you utilize that experience in public administration?
Yes, sir. So physics, it gives you, I mean, it increases your skill in, it increases your cognitive ability, and it gives you a rational thinking. So I think this rational thinking part is something that will help me during my administration. I would try to look at the reason of why some particular issue is happening, and I will try to come up with a rational solution for that particular problem. So that way physics can help me, sir.
So, are you aware about new income tax slab regime that we have changed?
Yes, sir.
So, how will it impact our GDP growth? Will it impact positively or negatively?
So the government is hoping that it will increase our GDP growth positively. That was the whole point of bringing the new tax regime. Because if the people earlier there was a flat 30% tax slab after a certain point. Now that has been broken down further. So definitely the government hopes that it will increase consumption by the middle class, and which will in turn help the GDP growth. So I also hope the same, sir.
But if marginal propensity to save is more than marginal propensity to consume, still it will impact in positive note?
Sir, there's a hope that it will, because I mean, since the tax rates are being slashed, there is a hope that I mean, and also with the current slashing of the repo rate, so it is hope that the loans will also be lesser. So we will probably there will be more investments into businesses, and there will be more consumption. So that is the hope, sir. We can see over a long time how it plays out.
And can you differentiate between freebies and welfare schemes?
Yes, sir. So there's a very thin line between freebies and welfare schemes. Freebies are the things that political parties offer during their political campaigning, that once we come into power we will give you these things. Whereas welfare schemes are something that is necessary for a country like ours, and for a welfare state like ours. For a country as diverse as India, welfare schemes we cannot completely say those are not necessary. The PDS scheme, and we have also seen this during the COVID time, how the Pradhan Mantri Anna Yojana has helped our countrymen. So I think what we need to do about this, sir, is to sensitize the people that they should ask their I mean, whomsoever they are choosing, they should understand that why, I mean, whatever is being promised to them, from where that money will come, and they need to understand that it is better to go for the long term gains than to the short term freebies that they need. It is ultimately the people who will choose, it will be the people's mandate. So we will need to educate the people about whom they should choose and what criteria should they keep in their mind while choosing. So that thing can be done, sir.
So in recent times, we have seen our tax to GDP ratio is increasing. So
Yes, sir.
can you tell me basic two factors behind it? So what led to its increment?
So one thing I would say that GST is definitely something that is being said that because of GST, the tax to GDP ratio, I mean, the tax collection has increased because of GDP, because of the GST, because previously there were multiple, I mean, different states were doing the indirect tax part differently. So now there is a comprehensive structure. So that is one thing. GST is definitely one thing I would say, sir. And secondly, the income tax, I mean, there are being efforts to bring in more people into the income tax, and also the faceless assessment and all other digital assessment parts that are there. I think that is also something that is helping, sir.
But one of the main factors is our increment in our tax base.
Yes, sir.
So can you explain how tax base are increasing, why it's increasing in these days? Since 2016 we have seen an increment in our tax base. So what we have done from that time?
So increase in the tax base of personal taxpayers?
Yes.
I'm sorry, so I'm not aware of the reasons why that is happening.
Okay. So yeah, one more last question.
Yes, sir.
So we have seen that since 2022, our income tax collection has overtaken our corporate tax collection.
Yes, sir.
So what led to this change? Since we have done something change in 2022. So can you tell me something?
So I'm sorry, I'm not able to remember at this point.
something related to corporate tax reduction?
There was there, sir, but I'm not able to recall the exact details.
Okay, that's it from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Paramita,
Yes,
so
sir.
You like to go on cycling.
Yes, sir.
At what speed roughly you cycle?
So, I mean, I've not. It is a normal
Around
bicycle.
how long you like? What distance you cover in an hour?
So about. So I'm not, I mean, I've never measured it that way, sir.
But you do it often, na?
I do it almost every alternate
So
day, sir.
you go to outskirts of the city, or you do it within the city?
So I go outside the campus and roam around for about 1 hour, 1.5 hour every day. I try to take after my classes and go.
How is the policy for cycling in Calcutta? We don't see people cycling a lot in Calcutta. We don't have separate lanes. What are the laws for it from law and order agencies?
So there are no. You are correct in saying that in the main part of Calcutta there is no separate lanes for cyclists, for people who would go cycling. But sir, in the other parts, the new parts that are coming out, for example, the new town, there we can see a lot of e-bikes being used, and there are though there are not separate lanes, but there is increasing use of e-bikes in those areas.
So there is inequality. People who reside in newer, outskirts or new developed town, they can only do cycling, and the government is not considering it for everyone who is maybe residing in main Calcutta.
So the people who are residing in main Kolkata, actually, sir, the city is it's an old city, and the roads and everything, it's all, it is not newly constructed. So definitely it was not constructed keeping in mind the cyclists. There was a time when cyclists used to use this same roads only for cycling, but now that the traffic has increased, so there will be increased chance of accidents of the cyclists. So that may be one reason that they are not getting the main space for cycling these days.
Okay, so my last question.
Yes, sir.
In politics, Indian politics, state and national politics, tell me 4 lady personalities, women personalities, whom you can associate with Saraswati, Kali, Durga, and Lakhi, and why?
So I cannot think of many. Okay, so the first person that comes to my mind is Delhi CM Atishi Mathur. She had taken over from Arvind Kejriwal. So we can probably equate her with Saraswati, because she has that soft demeanor while she is very educated and she is very sorted. So we can do that. Sir, Devi Durga, all other women politicians, we have very less number of women politicians in the country who are in limelight at this point. Sir, so only living politicians you are saying?
Living and even not in limelight, someone who is just doing her work silently can also be a symbol of these goddesses. But I need to know that what feature you relate with in that personality. You're not reminded of your home state CM?
Yes, sir. She will definitely go in for one of the goddesses. I would like to equate her with probably Devi goddess Kali, because she is she is very, as we just discussed, she is opinionated and she is very strong. She puts up her points very strongly. So Kali, the goddess Kali, is definitely someone we can resemble.
How about Durga and Lakshmi?
Sir, for Durga, I would like to, there is one upcoming politician from the leftist cadre, sir, Meenakshi. She is being pitched for the CM post for CPM party. She is also very, she was very much there during the protests for the
Lakshmi?
Arjikar incident. Lakshmi, I cannot think of any living politician, sir. I can think of Jayalalitha. Madam Jayalalitha, she was very revered very much in her own state, and people there still call her by the name of
Okay, and,
Amma.
out of these four, with whom you will relate yourself?
Sir, barring the part of corrupt practices that came out with about Madam Jayalalitha, I would like to be someone whom the state people associate with, and they call her Amma. So that is something comes from a very point of very high respect. So that is someone I would like to be if I ever get a chance. Sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.